EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. At their own 20-yard line. First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
This one caught by Kittle. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
A first carry here for Jordan James. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 10 more there and another first down. The Niners had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Get set, get set. Up.
Now a handoff up the middle. Callahan. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. A good run there on first down. And
They'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Purdy.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's James. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 22-yard line. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
On first down, Callahan. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Ernest Jones there for the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Purdy looking to throw.
And that'll be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Looking to throw. Purdy. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And his kick is indeed good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man complete. That's Horton. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Man open left side is Brown. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. And the Seahawks first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Seahawks.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
19 Tiger. Ready?
2nd and 2. Got him in. Gets it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Back to throw. To the left side, looked in by Horton. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up first and goal. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Hey, check that.
Here's Walker. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss?
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Ready? Hawk 70, go!
Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Jackson Smith-Njigba. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A nice little juke. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Purdy now to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's taken on the 25.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
38-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
18.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Come on. Set. 18 Cardinals. 79 Broncos. Go, chase it. Hey, that's your man.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
60 Eagles. Dragon 60. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Back to throw here.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
And the Seahawks, 1st down. A gain of 12. 1st down, Seattle.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Let's go now. 70 Timberwolf. 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7.
19. Let's go. Warriors 70.
Back to throw again. This will be caught once again by Brown. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Seahawks, 1st down.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49ers, 31-yard line.
The city just made a sweep with the diabetic. They mouth control of the seat. Let these cowards tell it. Welcome New Orleans with the LA yelling.
Ready. Here we go. 19 Tiger, 7 Pirates. 19 Lions. Go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
Again, Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker, his second rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And he returns this to the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
On the ground, it's James. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now Purdy.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Fowler. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3.
Here's James. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now with Purdy.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Again, that's Watkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Get set, get set. Yellow. Yellow.
Back to throw, Purdy.
That's complete, right around the 8. 3 yards is the game that time, 2nd and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Throwing here, Purdy.
This is caught. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Niners are back within a score.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
14. 49ers 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is going to be 49er football.
So how about this for a turn of events? They cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the football right back.
And what a swing in a short amount of time, because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They've got a chance to go into the lead if they can get the ball to the end zone.
Purdy from the gun.
And this one is incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now a 2nd and 10.
James. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Purdy from the gun on third down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up fourth down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. Back to throw. Purdy.
He'll try to do it himself.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18. Ready?
2nd and 1.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Cougar 19. 18. 5 in.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Ready, ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolf. Dragon 60. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Nick Martin on the coverage.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball, just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out. Yellow.
Out of the gun, Purdy. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You need that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
They run it with James. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Get set, get set. 18,
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So that's a solid start to the second half. You come out of the lockers losing, thinking you're kicking it away, not going to have it, but boom, the fumble, they get it right back.
I don't know whether they even drew that up on the board or was it just said, but they had to have it. They needed a spark to get them going here in the second half, and they got it right away.
Here's Purdy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
get set, get set. 22.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
22. Watch out. Here we go.
Who do you want? Who do you want? Who do you want?
Purdy looking to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
On 4th down, here's Purdy. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory. And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Now back to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started. And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Purdy.
His throw caught. What about the 5?
And the Niners are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Purdy now to throw. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And down here, 1st and goal, If it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Yellow. 18. What's up? Yellow. Yellow.
Looking to throw. Purdy. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Horton. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Seahawks.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Got him in. It's Brown. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Buffalo 18. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They're going to look to throw. He completes this to Walker. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Got that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41.
Cowboy 80. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
He'll drop to throw.
We'll get that to Charbonnet.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. A gain of 5. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Ready? Bronco 80. 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Go.
They'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ready. Track 60, box 60, track 60, track 60. 18, Pioneer. Mustang 19. Ready.
Back to throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Michael Williams.
Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Let's go now. Ready.
He'll look to throw.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown.
De'Ami Brown.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Seahawks have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Oh, good move. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Now Purdy.
This one caught by Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. They'll run on first down. James. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's James. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Wide open receiver complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Quick throw completed by Purdy.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught by Glenn. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? They'll look to throw.
Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt.
And they're on the 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Connects with Kittle underneath. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Purdy.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's James. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense.
Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
At the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 19, press on 80. Trap 50, trap 50.
They'll set up a throw. And open left side is Brown. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down with the 1st down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Here's 1st and 10.
79, bro. Come on. Hey. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19.
They'll look to throw here.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks.
Here's 1st down.
Press on 80.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Seahawks have taken a 4th quarter lead. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Get set. Watch out.
Purdy to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play in the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Here's Purdy.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
I love how they're tearing the pages out of the so-called book. I wish more teams would do this instead of laying back. Bring pressure in this situation. Go after them a little bit.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. To throw is Purdy. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down. Purdy to throw. Finding Watkins.
And he's got some space here.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Oh, what a time for the defense to go missing in action. How do you allow a play like that on 4th down? That lets them right back into the ball game.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Throwing, Purdy. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Nifty move. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Ooh, the juke.
And he'll have a first down, but a great tackle there keeps him from getting to the boundary.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here's Purdy to throw.
He finds his man complete. That's Watkins. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Purdy looking to throw.
Shot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Get set, get set.
Purdy with one final shot here.
And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one has gone as time has run out on this ball game.
But what a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the Seahawks, after the home loss, they rebound with a good road win to get back to 500. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
My haters, I wish them well. Get up on my level, I'm sending them straight to hell. We all in your city, your name ain't ringing the bell. All this motion on my cell, you would think I got it for sale. It was Friday, I met him up by the shell. He took me to the bank cause he sent me too much for sale. Keeping secrets, he know that I never tell. It's a bird, it's a plane, oh, it's coming in through the mail. I'm a lane switcher, shape shifter, go grill, plane, so I could heal the pain quicker. 8-figure, chest set way quicker. Made, if I'ma go to date with ya.
I ripped it. All these on my true first, no dribble. These always talking pillar. Thing like scissor. Like youngest, I'm about my business. Yeah, they know what's up. Glizzock never gave up. All I know is go and get this damn bread. Don't go against the grain, they taking off your damn head. I'm running up this door, I almost broke my damn leg. Out here broke, they damn nerd. Damn little mama bad as but they diamonds on me fight, neck and wrist, I can Tina. Orange Richard Mill on me dancing just like Bia. Going against Glizzock, wouldn't wanna be a.
I'm a lane switcher, shape shifter, go grill, plane, so I could heal the pain quicker. 8-figure, chest set way quicker. Made, if I'ma go to date with ya.
I just wanna rock. Body out of y'all. Damn.
MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want.
Project
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. 1600 block. I just wanna rock. I just wanna yada yada. No ties, shut up, you gon' kill my vibe. Stand on my money, don't know my size. Pick them sides, and you better choose wisely. That's my high. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5. That's my high. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw up to 5.
MC, make another hit.
This ain't what you want. Project
X.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.